Hey guys, very short tutorial today. I just want to show you one beautiful trick, and that is the art or the power of distortion and harmonics. For this example we're gonna use just a sine wave, and for that sine wave I've used FM8 because it's very great at sine waves, because you only have to open it and it will give you a nice sound like that. And as you probably know, a sine wave has no harmonics. We can see at the top here we get one harmonic, and we can see that at the spectrum as well. Here's the one harmonic that we have, and that's the fundamental. And as soon as we start to distort this, we're gonna get more harmonics. And harmonics are tones that are above the fundamental in most cases, and we have the odd and the even harmonics, the odd being on odd numbers and the even harmonics being on even numbers like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, etc. Alright, so that's all fine, but what can we do with that? Well, when we have saturation devices, I like to call it saturation rather than distortion, we can add those harmonics to that plain old sine wave. And to do that with just boring sine wave is actually pretty cool, because you sort of keep the clean factor of the sound, but you also make it gritty and you make it stick through the mix. And there are a few options that we can use. First we have Decapitator by Soundtoys, which is a really great plugin. It's emulated after a few famous distortion units, decks I think, and we can try different types here at the bottom, different styles, and we need to switch it on. And this one is very fairly subtle until you press the punish button. So this is great if you want to have more subtle distortion. Then we have my all-time favorite, which is Thrash. It's a very advanced distortion unit. It has multiple bands and multiple stages, so we can, for example, give the middle band different harmonics. And this one can be very aggressive but also more subtle, because you have these mix sliders for each band. And sounds like this is, if you like glitch mob for example, they do a lot. They will take quite normal sound like a saw or a sine, and then just distort it like crazy, so that you get these real crunchy, aggressive but smooth sounds if you use the right distortion. And this one has also the ability to go through guitar amp. And then we have the last type that we can use for this, and that is gonna be what's it called, Saturn by FabFilter, which is also great, and it's also multi-band, so we can use multiple bands there again by clicking here, and then we get this plus, and then when we click it we have another band, and we can control the volume of each band. So now I have just the top band, which I can barely hear, and still I start to distort it. And then we have the middle band right here, and we can choose a different type there. And then the lower band right here. if you, I think you are familiar with this. If you listen to Glitch Mob a lot, this sound, that's what they do a lot. And now we can open up FM8, and if we set it to what is it, master page, if we set it to one voice monophonic and the portamento on, so that's what they do a lot. I hope you learned a little trick today. Use it, experiment with it, try it on saws, try it on sines, try it on squares, everything. Enjoy, and see you next week. Thanks.